Well, hello. Welcome back to another episode. Um, Try to get my audio set up real quick here. Okay, I think we're sounding good. What's up, guys? Episode 2. Here we go. Casual Coder Guy, episode 2. Um, Today I thought that we'd start off with making some kind of like outline of what I'd like to work on, and then I was also thinking maybe like I know it's kind of cliche, but doing a to-do section and then letting you guys vote on what I should work on next. Um, so maybe like have a page and then sections, kind of like a normal page. We're gonna do this pretty standard layout for this page and the blog page, anyways. So this will be good to do. So I'm kind of thinking like to do one, to do two. Eventually we'll hook up like um, we'll use auth from GitHub to allow you guys to like log in, and then that'll give us a username, so we can get a username and ID for each user, and then we'll let you guys vote on kind of what you want to do next. So we'll put like a little button here, and then that's what I'll kind of work on. And if no one votes, then we'll just go off the top of the list, and that's totally fine with me. I'll even let you guys create tasks. Let's do that. So put a button at the bottom. Maybe let's do like a create to do. And then I guess one of the rules could be like if you're the owner, a creator, like basically if you're the creator of this to do, then you can edit. So we'll add that rule as well. Kind of some things. I'll make this full screen real quick as we're working on this. So I kind of want to work on this stuff today. At least get started on that and outline it. We probably won't get to this auth stuff. This we'll add later, but maybe that'll be one of the to-dos to add. Yeah, we'll go from there. I like doing functional stuff first, so a lot of the styling I don't really care about. I just want to get it on the page for right now, and then later on we'll go ahead and style as much of this as possible and kind of do that. Sweet. So this is kind of the goal for today's video. Knock out this page, make some to-dos, and then start knocking off these to-dos one at a time, once per day. My goal is to do about an hour video per day, upload it to YouTube, upload it to Twitch, hopefully learn some stuff along the way, and then you guys can follow along and learn as well. Here we go. Put this on the side over here so we kind of have an idea what we're doing, and I'll go ahead and launch my front end to back end. cd over to front end, go ahead npm run dev, which is my start command. Go ahead and launch the server on localhost 5173, which is the default Vite server. Yeah. If you guys watched the video yesterday, this is going to be very similar to like this layout format. I've been doing this normal like 5-page component for each section. They're reusable enough for me to use them, and they're also not coupled, so I don't run into problems later on. Cool. So we are going to go here. I am going to create a. Well, God, we're just going to do section, huh? Classic example here. Copy this video page. It's going to be almost exactly the same. Go ahead and rename this. This will be to-do page. We'll go ahead and go in here, remove these sections for video format. Go ahead and rename this to do. We'll go ahead and get the ID from just the actual to do page. Okay. We're going to delete this one and do the, I want to do all to do. We want this video, this page. go in here, edit this. There we go. I don't know about you guys, like copying components. Like we could definitely make these pages more reusable. But at the end of the day, I just want to get this done right. Show you guys how to do it. Walk through some of this. So we will, for now, cut some corners. And this is going to be to do. Sweet. And then S's, man. And we'll go ahead and add this to our route in our app page. Here we have a basic router. I like to use this parent-child relationship with React Router. So everything gets rendered into this sidebar component, which is kind of this outside layer here. And then all my other routes are nested inside, which get put as a child. So everything will get put in this black square in the middle here. Kind of a clean way I found to do layouts without having to wrap each one of these in its own component. So we'll do to do. And we'll lazy load this in, keep the file size down on the initial load, and that looks great. So Copilot picked that up for us, and we're going to render that. We can also go down here to our links page and add that in so we can get this as well. We'll leave the icon the same. Now we get that here, and we can navigate to the page, and it shows us everything. Sweet. Move these, save, and we'll go back to the to-dos page. So here we have things to do. We have our box, and we have a create, which we haven't hooked up yet, but we'll do that in a second, and then we can go back to the home page. So have all our main steps here. I'd like to work on, so like our route is slash use. Right, and then we could also have another page down here, and this will be slash to do, and going to be our single one. So we'll do ID, and then we'll basic info. Right? Kind of a section. About the to do, you kind of always have like two buttons up here. These will be like add in. So like home. And edit. Kind of like that. And then these, like edit, for example, would pull up a modal on this page, which would look kind of something like this. And it would be a form with some boxes, maybe like, sorry, go name and that's kind of what I'm thinking. So we have our to-dos page, which you guys will be able to vote and stuff like that. We could also put the voting buttons on here. So thumb up. down. Um, so we could do that to kind of communicate with the same way. We're gonna need some endpoints like, and I don't know, for to do /id plus like. I don't know how specific we want to get. Maybe something like that. We'll see. See what I'm feeling. But for now, we're gonna do the layouts and get this done. So we'll work on. Let's do the section page next. So inside here, we're not going to do a table. We're going to do these sections, and it's going to have the name of the to-do, and then the button. So let's go ahead and on that. So that's going to go in kind of this box. Flex column, perfect. They'll be 2 apart. I think by default this is also a flex column, so this might be unnecessary, but we'll go with this for now. We will need a new component here called to-do section. And then we'll go ahead and const to section equals this. We will return something eventually, so we'll add that and we'll make it a box because why not? I flex box all the way down from the original parent, so I can always go flex grow to screen height. We could talk about more of that in another video if you're interested, but pretty much every component I use will have this flex box column at the top to keep the height of the website kind of easy to play with. So we'll save this for now. We'll say pi section. This will take in a component, so we will do React FC, and then we'll import a type here. This type we'll do on the fly. We'll add those. And this is going to take in a to-do. We don't have this defined yet, so we will have to go to our types file, which I think is index. And we'll add a type for our to-do. Everything has an ID. I want to give this a name, not a title. I don't really like titles. I like names. Perfect. And then I want to do person who created it. So we know that we're going to need that eventually. So we're going to add that in. Keep misspelling it. I feel like it's usually named something else. And we're only going to be person who created it can only modify. So yeah, that's good for now. We'll go back to the to-do section here, and we'll import this type that we just created. And we'll go ahead and do to-do. And then we'll go down here, and we can print out just a couple things about the to-do. And we'll go ahead and export default this to-do section. Cool. So we're able to use this section to display a to-do. I don't know necessarily. So like it's gonna display in a column here. I forgot. Like this is a section. It doesn't need to be. But this is still not bad. So it's going to show name, and then above it, we do need to have a button on the left. So I am going to switch this one to at least a row, and then I'm going to put this in another box for the info, and this will be a display flex column with the 2, and we can add both of these inside. right? So then that way we can also have a, I might as well just put in another box. Add more, right? And this will be our right box where our button is located. And buttons are usually located side by side. So we are going to do row here. And then we are going to add our button. And we're going to do that. I do kind of want to use an icon button here. So we are going to remove that and we're going to go icon button. And we're going to do an on-click handle and then icon and then like that. And then we can go to MUI icon. So we are using mature UI icons and we can use their search tool here and this will be like a like button. Yeah, heart. That looks great. Empty heart, solid heart. That's not a bad idea. Go ahead and import this one and go ahead and add our like handle like. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Because we really just don't know what to do. I was thinking we need to put ID in here, but we don't. So we can use this as kind of this one, and then kind of save everything on this page. Do I not have a form here? I don't have. Let me get prettier real quick. Go ahead and format on save and see if that works better for me. There we go. And cool. So we have this section done. I'd like to go test it out real quick. If we go in here and we type in to do section. That was a struggle. We're actually going to map over. All right, so we're going to have to fetch them first. So I would like to take a peek over here at how I did the video section for table. And we can kind of see that we use this fetch command here, and we can kind of fit it to our needs for this use page. So we are going to make a fetch in this component. I think we are going to import fetch. Is our reusable Axios fetch, and then we are going to, this will be a to-do type array. We're going to need to add some, we'll import this just so we can go to it, and then add 2 more. And then we'll do container. And then to do query to handle our caching. This we'll just name to-dos. And why is he yelling at me? Because they're all unused, Eric. Obviously. So if there's an error, we'll display error. If it's loading, we'll do loading somewhere else. I don't know if we want to display errors. We'll probably pass loading to the, we'll put a loader in here instead. So here, I want to kind of load it instead of these sections, put a spinner. So is loading, we're just going to go like this. and then add and remove it from the DOM. And then if not loading, we'll go ahead and go ahead and add this additional section. And then we are going to getting a little messy with this, but I apologize. All right, remove this first, and we'll type it out. I'm confusing myself here. There we go. It's so cool. So we have a box that will render a bunch of to-dos, and then this whole thing, right? We want to only display if not is loading. I don't think it's a great way to handle this. We will look at this definitely in the future. And maybe if we just put it there, it'll work. Cool. So if we go ahead and look at some stuff, we do have some errors. So no errors, just reloading. I refreshed, everything was working. We obviously don't have this call yet, so this will be loading forever and then error out. Which it did. So that's nice. And yeah, we can add our service call. So we should probably make a form to create to-dos. We can copy this video form, and then we'll post so that way we can see. At the top of this page here, we will add an ad. Yes, and we'll add the form. So we'll go ahead and edit this video form. So this will be to do type. This will be optional in case we need to pass in one to edit. This is also to do. This is to do type. And then these are to do container and to do query. For caching, you guys are getting it. Default value is to do or initial to do, which we will go create. And we can go up here and we can grab initial and go in here, export const initial to do equals to do type yes. Everything's perfect. This is IA. How to spell better. Sweet. Go here, remove, clean up a little bit. Do form needs to be exported. Initial into do, import that. Logic for date stays the same. On submit handler. Okay, what happened here? Huh. Something's weird. Video type. This needs to be type. the form didn't recognize. So now this fixes itself and the on submit matches, and this is actually to do type instead of video type. There, cool. So form updated, handling. We need to change. This is no title. I don't like title. I like name better. Add that one back. And description, and then we also have, yeah, that's it. So we can get rid of URL. We don't need a box. These two are done automatically, and creator will add as well. And we'll go ahead and export this. So to do form, and that reminds me, we do need to add to the submit here as well. Data dot creator equals admin for now. Cool. Go to do section, to do page, use page, and update this to the right form. Cool. Video to do. Nice. Now things should be a lot better. Let me go ahead and log into Azure real quick. Add this category. The way I'm doing my backend, I don't have RESTful APIs. I just kind of tell it what container to work with. So if I go in here and add this container, it should just start working. Again, you guys are not allowed to hack my database. That's against the rules. Please don't do that. Container name will be to do. To do's. We'll do S. Videos we messed up. We'll fix that eventually. No. No S. No S, guys. We're rebels here. No S convention. And we're doing it. What did I do in the yeah, no S, dude. No S convention. To do is made. We can go back here. We can go click, add, and say test. Test. Looks like it failed. We'll go ahead and check that out real quick. Upsert 70, and we're getting I think a 404. What am I? Why isn't it showing me? Am I missing it, or are we failing because of cores? Yeah, we're good. I'm assuming my backend's not running. Yeah, that's the issue. Ah, dude, come on, run your backend. CD backend, and we'll go ahead and npm run start, and then give it a second. Always forgetting something. Come on, casual coder guy. All right, backend's up and running. Now, if we refresh, add, and say test, we do add one. Sick. Looks like our box is for the section. As you can see, we did create one here. Successful response. And then we also fetched for our page. This is not full width, and I like to add a border on it. You can go here to the section. Cool. And start playing with this one. And padding, and like I said, I'm not going to do a lot of styling, but I will make it look okay. Border the W, of course. 3. Nice. And then flex grow this one, push over my dot. Also space between it, which we'll probably just do line justify counters space between, and that'll grow. And then we kind of just want to padding XY this like 2, so we can put the wall. Maybe we just padding XY this one. So padding Y 2. Padding X2, and then that way we can remove this and put it back. Actually, I kind of like it. So put it there. Name, description, and button. Button does nothing but console logs right now. If we go ahead and move this to the bottom, we'll see that we like the thing, and we should even print out the ID probably. Do.id. Now we can see that like this one will be different than say test2. So the IDs are different. So we kind of verified that they're doing that as well. That's probably all the styling I'm going to do for now on this. I'd like to add a, like, what was that other thing we were talking about before where we create to do. We added this button up here actually, so that's fine. Right, so create to do, kind of like that. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with this page. Let's set up the edit so we're able to edit them, and then maybe work on this like button, the form works. But we're looking pretty close to done here. Cool. Go back here. So this is kind of what we're looking like. Look, it looks just like it. We got a plus button and back button. Let's add the on click. So if we click on this, it'll navigate to do / the individual page, and then we'll go ahead and create that. So now we can copy this like to dos by ID. So this videos page, kind of very similar. Go ahead and copy that over and rename this. Need more space for you guys to see, and this is going to be the to do page. Remove the video section, copy this down to export, and this will be do section. That. Kind of like that, huh? And then this is to do form. And these all get changed. Do type, do container. Go ahead and import the type, and then change this instead of video. We'll name it to do. So we're fetching the ID from the URL. We're then fetching that to do from the backend, and we'll display it in this section. If there's no to do, then we'll show loading. Or if it's loading, we'll show loading. And this will be to do. And if there's not a to do, then we just won't render this section, which is fine. And cool, this is to dos. Now that we have this page here and we're fetching the ID, we can go ahead and add this to our app page for our routes. So navigate here, and we'll go ahead and add in a page for views. This may seem like I'm doing very similar things to last video with I did with like video, and I am, and I'm copying a lot of components, and you'll see the structure over here is very similar. However, inside these pages, I'm using reusable components. So like, if I needed to change something, right, I just go and edit page layout, and it kind of changes how the layout is. Or add alt plus button, and it changes these add alt plus button component, right? And these pages will slowly grow apart over time because new page will be different than video page. So even though right now, like they look exactly the same, you're like, oh, dude, just make them reusable. You should make one component, have it do everything. I do agree right now that looks like a good idea, but I do know from my experience that it can cause problems with coupling, and then you run into some issues like later on. So if the time comes I need a refactor, I'll definitely bite the bullet and do it then. But for right now, I like the process and the speed of what I'm creating. So I'm not going to go further and abstract this anymore than it is for at least right now. Maybe someday or another video we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to pull like this whole layout apart and make these two pages the same. But yeah, just what I've been thinking about. So kind of lost my train of thought there. We're working on the on click here. So we will have to go to the section page, and on this section, add an on click here. We'll probably add it to this box and on click. So we're handling the section click, and we'll go ahead and navigate. So we use the use navigate from React Router DOM. We'll go ahead and navigate to exactly. And then we'll add this here, and we probably should have made this a different component because now I'm having to style this a lot. Adding a cursor for a pointer, it should have like an on hover. So I'll go ahead and this will be changed to, I think, a different MUI component. Not sure exactly which one to use though. So maybe we just leave it for now. Right, because like there's other things that the MUI component would do that would make this look nicer. Cool. Guessing it didn't match quite correctly. This is to do slash ID, but in my app folder, what did I do? Do slash ID. So why did it? Dang, it's a died. 1 sec. All right, I'm back. I'm wondering why this is navigating to the wrong page, which is interesting. And see if we go ahead and remove. Now we'll be able to see what that page is. Huh. So why isn't that working? I'm a little lost as to why. No, there it goes. I don't know. Maybe just a refresh issue. Um, but cool. And then we'll add a back button. I'm really not sure what was causing that, but as you could see, like it was going to this URL, but it was not rendering anything, and everything looked correct here. So maybe I just didn't save my app page, so the route wasn't updated, or this was cached to an old file. Is what I'm guessing. And yeah. So on this, what I'm seeing right now is I have no way to get, if I'm on this to do page, for this one, I don't want it to render this component one. And then two, like I want this to look different. Um, and then I need this to go back to the to-dos page and not necessarily the home page. So instead of on home, we're going to go on back. And we're actually going to navigate to the to-do page. Kind of like so. And then I did want to like, I don't know what I'm going to call this, but do, it is to-do section. So we're going to call this one, other one, card. And we'll call the other one section. Because I want on this page these to be cards. And I want, yeah. And then I would like a section component to kind of be on this page here. And I want it to be actual section. Yeah, like that. Gotta love Copilot sometimes. Exactly like that. And then now I can go back to this to do page, and instead of rendering this in, which is actually not the right one, card, we're going to actually report this and import this one. And now we'll get it from do section, which will be look like this. Very nice. And then we want to add those two buttons at the bottom of the page. I'm fine with putting in here. So we could just add a box here, and we'll probably make this reusable at some point. But like I meant, yeah, this to do and unlike button, and this will be kind of a row, and we'll give it a gap of 2 and maybe. Yeah, we want to justify center. I think that's a great idea. And we're gonna give it two buttons here. Maybe we won't. I don't know what I want to do. How do they usually look? Just a plus. It's just like a heart and a not heart, right? Oh well. For now, we're just gonna put them at the bottom. Let's do it at the top. I'm all over the place with what I want to do. So I want to add it to here. And we'll do on favorite in here and go ahead and get it this icon again. Now we have this nice on favorite button we can use. We have a button there now. We never added likes to post. So probably do that. Or would likes be stored somewhere else? Probably, huh? In like a likes table with ID and then the other thing? Or would they just be stored in? It's probably easier just to store it in the to do page and then have it all controlled in one spot. I'm thinking because you could do it where you have likes are controlled by to do, or likes are you can make a whole another entity for likes in general, and like now I could use this for any post, blog post thing. Because I mean, I'm gonna have to write the logic to like a to do. It's gonna be the same as liking a anything else. So kind of just similar. I think I will have a like table. It'll have likes, and then we can tie it into other things as well. Um, I kind of want to do that, and it'll have like the type of thing you're liking, the ID, and then oof, where do I just put in the object? Make it easy. Do both. Yeah, we'll put it in here. Likes is a number. It's gonna go in here. Yep, that's how it's gonna be, and it's gonna default to 0. So on the form page, we should adjust for that. So it's going to be another one of these conditional statements. Or I just did this. This is what I was trying to think of yesterday. Silly me. So it's this, and if it's undefined, then it's this or this, this or 0. So if it's being created, then it'll use this. And we will have to probably add the endpoints tomorrow for the liking and updating stuff, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. Now if we go here, submit it, just because now we can display likes in here. Did I forget to rename this? Yep. And then this section page, I'd like to show likes for now. Likes, and then this will be to do dot likes, which is a number, and it should show a 0. Very cool. I was just thinking we could use the upsert and we could do logic for likes on the front end, but we should probably make an endpoint to kind of handle that by itself. Point. Cool. I think I'm kind of wrapping this video up. Let me just clean up where we're at and fix all these errors, and then we'll wrap this video up. I think this was a pretty successful posting of to-dos. Failed to dynamically load something. Video form. We rename this. Sick. So we have our to-dos. Looks exactly like our draw page. Like, dude, look at the word for word, exactly the same. Who could have done it better? We have our back to here, which is the home page, and we have our form, which populates the to create to do form. It works automatically. So test 3 automatically updates the background list with the snack bar message. Not centered. You can click on it to do. Let's add delete real quick. We got time. Yeah, 54 minutes, dude. We're almost plenty of time. Let's just stick it at the top. Let's just put it all up there, huh? The to do page on delete. Is it on remove? I don't have it on delete. There are better ways to do this as well, but I'm kind of liking this component. I'm using it everywhere right now. Cool. And then we have to go back here and we have to add the handle delete. Delete. I'm gonna go take a peek at. I know all of the forms, I believe. Like if we go here, video sections broken, video. Where I have delete logic somewhere. I'd like to just copy. this one. I want to use this one. Video to do page. And we can put this up here. It's got to go before that. And these get changed. Import this. To do container. Do query. Delete mutation. Very interesting. Does delete have a on successful delete? Yeah, and I don't want to put that there in case it fails out. And then we're also gonna add that there, and then we have to add no. If sick. So if we pass this, it'll call this if this is this. Cool. And handle delete goes where exactly? On here. Right here. Cool. Now we go here and we can delete it, and then it navigates us back here and delete 6. Nice. I think that's a successful kind of day. Go ahead and push all this stuff. So this was 7:14. To do page. God, my caps lock's on. Sweet. I think that I'd like to continue with all of this stuff. And what do we have left to work on? Kind of, we need to add left to do. So user can like a post. I mean that means we have to do GitHub auth to get user. Maybe we won't do this for now. It's a lot. Add like endpoints. Wish I could talk to someone about this. I'm not sure the best if like you should make a new DB for just likes and stuff, or you should throw it in the the to do object, kind of store it all in one place. Yeah, so we'll take up this stuff kind of I think next video or this week. And I like the progress on kind of what we did today. I hope that this is not just useless for people. I hope people are learning. This is how I do things. This is not the best way to use React. This is definitely not standard way to use React. If you use a library like Next, right, it's doing a lot of this stuff behind the scenes for you, which is awesome. So I just want to let you know that like there's many ways to do it, right? And I don't claim my way to be the best, and I don't claim my way to be even very good. So take what you like, take what you don't like, leave comments below, and we'll continue to grow. Thanks, everybody.